Welcome back to WebNG, where we learn all things design together. Today we'll be talking about what it takes to design a scalable app UI in Figma. We'll be illustrating this with an e-commerce app, but before we get into the actual design, let's talk about the things you need to consider when designing an app in Figma. Designs isn't just about pretty screens. There are so many things we need to consider before diving into the actual design itself. Things like the user journey, which is the user flow, the reusable components, the colors, typography are all important aspects of each design to ensure consistency and scalability. We all know we need to put the user first in every single thing we do, so before jumping into UI, we need to always map out the user flow and keep the navigation simple to make things easy for the users. We also need to define the primary color for call to action buttons, the background color, the typography styles, and many more. We won't be diving deep into the design system today, but if you need a separate video on that, we can always make it happen. I mentioned we'll be working with an e-commerce app today, so let's get right into it. I've mapped out these colors for the purpose of today's video. Like I said earlier, what I have here isn't what a detailed color breakdown looks like, but we can always add that in a different video if you'd like one. I have some designs already done on this screen. If you take a look at the left hand side, you'll notice we already have some content playing around, so I'll be walking you through everything I've done so far. To give the illusion of designing on an actual mobile screen, I like to have my status bar on my design page. I use a plugin called Status Bar for this. It's fast and it automatically adapts to your screen color. First thing on my page is the logo, notification icon, and the search container. The next is the category section. I have some shapes and placeholder text here, so I'll just go ahead and replace the text for now. Let's move on to the product cards. I made this into a component set so it will be easy to use across the design screen. Each product card contains image, product name, price, and love icon, and they are all editable. Auto layout is good for efficiency. It lets you move content easily across the page, and that's exactly what I use here. Just press Shift and A on your keyboard and you are good to go. I duplicated the first product card section to create another one. I gave it a different name, and that's all. The bottom of the screen is where the nav bar is, and that's where we have the home, the shop, the cart, and the account. About the product card I made into component set earlier, let me show you how I did that. To make a component set, you need to have more than one frame, and each frame needs to be filled with all the content you need. To make this into a component set, select all your frames and navigate to the top right corner of your screen. Click the components icon and select the component set option. This will turn your frames into multiple variants, in this case 2. Give your component a name and you're good to go. Now we have 2 variants named card 1 and card 2. The difference between the two is the price slash on card 2. Let's give the component we created a test. Copy one of the variants and paste on your design screen. From there, you can choose to select the variant you want to display. As you can see, it works perfectly. Since that is done, let's delete the sample components and move on. Let's fill the shapes from the category section with images. There are several available tools you can use for this, but for the purpose of this video, we'll be using Unsplash. You have 2 options with these tools. You can either use the website or use the plugin directly from Figma. Enter your keyword, scroll through the images, select your option, and let the plugin do its job. I'll be doing the same for all the shapes in the category section. Remember I mentioned the product card component we created is editable. This is where that comes in. I'll be changing